Happy Vlogmas Day 3 everybody! So, because yesterday's shopping spree was a bit of a dud, I thought why not see what decorations we can DIY instead. So, I did a big clean out of my room last night and I scrounged together a few things that I think I could definitely use for some DIYs. So that is what I want to try and do today. So the first thing I think I want to do is make Santa hats for my pops. I don't have a huge collection of pops, but the ones that I do have sit on my little shelves up here. So why not try to make them just a little bit more festive by giving them little Santa hats? And I want to try and make this as eco-friendly as possible, so I'm literally just using things that have been sitting in my room, that I found in my room, and hopefully it all works out. So I took this old Kleenex box, cut the back of it into a square, and then cut that into a circle. And then I cut a triangle into the circle just to make it easier to fold into a cone shape. Then I had this old shirt that had this really lovely texture on it, so I just cut out a bit and started wrapping that around the cone, just hot gluing it into place. And then what I'm doing here is just cutting off the excess, nice and simple. And then of course we're just gluing those overhanging bits of fabric inside the cone. Now for this part I took an old cotton round, cut it into two pieces, folded them in on each other and basically just started gluing it around the edge of the cone to give the rim of the hat. Here I'm just cutting off a little excess bit that I didn't really like. Kept going until it looks like this. Then I took another little bit of cotton, started wrapping it around and just kind of playing with it until I got a little roundish shape that I liked. Put some hot glue inside of that and then another bit of hot glue onto the top of the cone. Glue it down and there you go! A little Santa hat! Now I don't know about you, but I think these are adorable! Are they really silly? Yeah! But I kind of think it's super cute. One of the decorations that I ordered for my room is a little mini tree, so the next thing I want to attempt is making fake little presents to sit underneath. Okay, so for this next one I have these Kinder Beauty boxes that I get once a month and they have this beautiful design on the inside. So we cut them into these kind of cross shapes and that's how we're going to achieve our little boxes. So you just fold them as you see here, kind of on top of each other. And I did it first just to get my shape and then as you can see here I'm unfolding it and I'm adding a lot of hot glue to keep it together. Make sure you hold those edges in place. This was fairly thick cardboard so it just needed to make sure it was all going to stick together. And what I'm doing here is just peeling off any excess bit of hot glue that was hanging on. Then I took this lovely string, which I bought when I went shopping a couple of days ago, and I'm literally just wrapping it up, tying it up like I would a normal little present, and making sure that I have a lovely bow on the top. Until this is what we're left with, and I made 3 of those, and I honestly think they came out so cute. I'm so happy with them. And last but not least, I want to attempt to make like a reindeer and sleigh out of cardboard. I was falling asleep last night and I had this idea of making a 3D display out of 2D pieces. So I have an idea in my head. Let's hope it works. Okay, so I just took this big box that I got a delivery in recently, drew on all these little 2D shapes and then cut them out. And then painted them. So as you can see I went red for the sleigh, dark brown for the reindeer body and then a slightly lighter brown for the legs and the antlers. And just took one of the sleigh pieces and covered it in hot glue and I'm adding on the other side just to make sure it's nice and thick. And again just taking off those little bits of hot glue as you go as well. And then I had 2 more square pieces that I painted red that I'm just gluing for the inside of the sleigh because of course where else is Santa gonna sit? And then the same premise, just taking a reindeer shape, putting a lot of hot glue on one side and then adding another one on top. And there he is. And then I did the same with all the legs. And then it was just time to assemble. So here's our little duck shape. So there's the antlers. And now we're just adding on the legs. And look, he stands up and everything. I am so proud of this one. It's probably my favourite DIY that I did today and I love it so much. And I showed my mom and she wants me to make some for her. In fact, it was so good, I even made a TikTok about it. I am so proud of all these little DIYs. And look, I know they look homemade. And I know they probably could have been better, but look, for a day's work, they really ain't that bad. So I think that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow's video is going to be really fun, so make sure you stick around for that. And until then, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.